An update tonight in our continuing coverage of a story we've closely followed for you for some years now. Students from NNU continuing to push the envelope in satellite design. Their latest creation almost ready to take off, but before it hits orbit, it's got to hit the road. 6 on Your Side's McKenna King joins us live in studio with more on what students have planned for RiffSat once it gets to space.
Don, RiffSat is a small, relatively cheap satellite that students at Northwest Nazarene University have been hard at work on for nearly 3 years. And tomorrow, all that hard work begins to pay off a little as the satellite heads to Indiana for final testing in preparation for its launch on a SpaceX rocket this summer.
The coolest thing is this small university is working hand in hand with NASA.
This school project really is rocket science.
We're taking radio frequency technology and we're trying to apply that in space and show that it can be used for essentially wireless communication in space.
Similar to using an ID badge to enter a building, which uses the power of energy transmitted from a reader rather than a battery. This satellite will orbit Earth around the equator and attempt to gather temperature readings while in space using an RFID tag.
Gathering temperature data isn't the goal. The goal is to demonstrate that we can harvest energy on the tag and then communicate the sensor data back to space.
And if it works, RiffSat will become the first of its kind satellite to gather data in space without any wires and without the power of a battery.
We send a radio wave to the tag and it uses the energy in that radio wave to power up and turn on, and then it reflects a little bit of that radio wave back with the sensor data.
The sky just wasn't the limit for this group, but they've got a few final boxes to check off before making history. RiffSat heads to Indiana Thursday for its final testing, then it'll arrive in Houston the first week in May.
To put it in the actual dispenser from which it is being launched, and from there it will be shipped to Florida and hopefully early this summer launch on a Falcon 9.
And next stop from there, the International Space Station. And if all goes as planned, RiffSat will take off with a SpaceX rocket in July. Live in studio, McKenna King, 6 on Your Side.